Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get it up on my phone. I'm here. I'm just gonna do it the darn easy way. Type in my darn. It usually comes right up. I got my other phone with me. It usually comes right up for me. But I don't know. Of course, this is a cheap old phone. There we go. I'm getting it pulled up now. I appreciate all y'all jumping in here right off the bat. Alright. Hey Gary. Saying hey Angie. Roll this window. Well, it'll go by. Hey Fred and Connie. Hey Virginia. Hey Diane. Fred saying hey. Angie saying hey. Fred saying hey. Diane saying hey. Angie saying hey. Virginia. Hey Pam. So everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. And Gary with 2 R's is saying hey to everybody. Yeah, I got a couple of stories to tell. And it's not good news. Nothing serious. So don't be scared or worried or anything like that. It's nothing serious. But it's bad news, but nothing serious, nothing health-wise or anything like that. And of course, I'll tell it here. I'll tell all the news here. Here in a little while. Give everybody a chance to get in and say hey to everybody. Hey, Dennis. So you're still awake, Dennis? What about Teresa? Is Teresa watching too, or she fall asleep? They know what I'm talking about because I talked to them a little while ago. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Hey Derek, hey buddy. How you been doing, Derek? Okay, Dennis says it's both of them, so they're still awake. They got their bellies full this evening. I told them, I said, y'all will be asleep before I go live. Hey, Tana. Virginia saying hey to everybody. Diane saying hey to Derek. Hey, Leslie. We're out driving, looking around at lights yet again. Hey, that's not right. Hey, Leslie, y'all go out and look at lights and enjoy it. Don't worry about my live show or anything. I'll put the rerun up so that way if you don't get to hear the news that I got to tell, you can, watch it later. Or I can talk to you later and tell you if you happen to miss it. But it's no big deal. But y'all go out and enjoy the Christmas lights and stuff. I know it's that time of year and people's gonna have parties to go to and family events and there's gonna be other stuff to do right now as far as this time of the season. So I mean that counts for any of y'all. That counts for all y'all in here. If y'all got other stuff going on and won't do other things, go right ahead. Like I say, I'll I always put my lives up to where you can watch them later and stuff. See, Diane saying hey, Angie saying hey, Virginia saying hey, asking about Tana. Angie saying hey, Rayleigh, hey Blaine, hey buddy. Dennis is saying hey, Leslie saying hey, Diane saying hey, Pam saying hey, Tana saying hey. Leslie says she's listening. That's fine, Leslie, but I mean, I know it, well, you might can, I know you can multitask. I can't. It's hard to, especially if it's something else I'm wanting to do. Blaine saying hey, Virginia saying hey to everybody. Leslie's saying hey, Larry's driving. Blaine saying hey, Angie saying hey, Dennis is saying hey to Larry. Hey Connie. Connie Spencer's saying hey. Blaine saying hey. Virginia saying hey. Hey, David C. Perkins. Hey, buddy. Hello, Jeff and Tootsie. I've been looking for it all day for your live tonight. I don't, it's rare. I'll either do a video. I mean, I know, you know, when I started lives last year, there was a time or two there that I'd do like what Fred and Connie does, and most all the other YouTubers, they'll do like a reminder type thing. I just, I hadn't done that in a long time. Tana saying hey to Pam. Virginia saying hey to Pam. And then everybody's asking everybody how everybody's doing. Gary says, just got back last night from the great state of North Carolina. Gary, what part of North Carolina? If you want to tell, you don't have to. You can let me know on you know, you got my contact information. You can tell me that way if you don't want to tell it on here. If you're near me though, I'm going to give you hell, because I could have met up with you or something if you'd have give me a heads up. He knows I'm just messing with him. Connie saying hey to everybody. Pam saying hey. Virginia saying hey. Dennis is saying hey. Fred and Connie saying hey. Blaine says I'm sure sorry you have some bad news to share with us tonight. I hope not too bad. Yeah, no, you know, and I know a lot of y'all are just not getting in here. It's nothing to worry about. It's not bad news as far as to worry about. No health problems or nothing going on with Tootsie. It's nothing of that nature. I mean, it's bad news, but it's just bad news for me. And I, you know, like I say, I'll get into that here in a little bit. But it's nothing serious, nothing. And of course, you'll understand it when I tell y'all the news. Diane says, you get any of those storms, Gary? And Tana's saying hey. Let's see, Blaine saying hey. Virginia saying hey. Fred saying hey. Tana saying hey. Virginia saying hey to anyone she missed. Gary says, Jeff, we were in Burlington and went through snow in the mountains of West Virginia. Oh, I bet so, because the mountains here got a little bit of snow, not much, but just a little bit. Blaine says, dang, did Amanda turn you down? It's not that kind of news, Blaine. I might have to get the heat off. It's not that kind of news, Blaine. Everybody's saying, hey, Fred wants to know if Google closed. Well, Fred, that'd affect all of us if Google closed. That wouldn't just affect me. Now this I'll give a little bit of a tidbit. One story affects me and my brother and his family, then the other story just affects me. Yeah, Leslie says that would be good news, Blaine. Blaine says I'll get going soon and we'll get Jeff embarrassed. Hey, Dry Creek, how are you guys? They're saying hey. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now, and that's what I like. Y'all say hey to each other, because we got plenty of time. I got plenty of time to tell the news. I mean, it's not any kind of lengthy news or anything like that. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anybody that's come in, you know, that I hadn't said hello to yet. I guess I can flip around here and let y'all see Tootsie. Let me cut the light on. She's in my lap. She's in my lap. Come here. Come over here. Over here. Over here, goofball. Come over here. Come over here where they can see you. Hold on a second. I'll set this phone down. Lord have mercy. Oh, golly. I can tilt it down a little bit where you can see. Don't lay down in my lap. You know I got to drive here in a minute. Look right here. Look right there. Look right there where you can say hey to everybody. Come here. Come here. I'll hold you up. How's that? There she is. There's the star. At least that's what y'all say. I know I'm not the star. All right, let me, because people's putting up comments. When I've dropped my phone. Fiasco! Never fails. All right, I'll flip it back around here where y'all can see the world instead of seeing my ugly face. All right, get over here and lay down, because I got to be able to keep up with stuff. I wish you could read this mess for me. All right, right there's where, hey Linda, hey, thanks for coming in. Tell Lisa I said hello also. Angie saying hey, Pam saying hey. Blaine says, I thought about you the other day in Columbia. I passed the Highway 55 but didn't have time to stop, but I will next time. There you go, Blaine. Nothing wrong with that. Virginia saying hey, Tana saying hey, Gary says, oh no, something happened to your car. And Dry Creek. Now, I told y'all last week I was putting my car in the shop this week. At least I thought I told y'all on the live last week that my car was going in the shop. I know I've told some of y'all in here as far as on phones, you know. I know some of y'all already knew it, but I swear I thought I told it on the live last week that I was gonna have my car in the shop. Let's see, Dry Creek saying hey to everybody. Well, they put the whole list. They do it like I do it. Just catch them all in one whack. At least when I'm on the computer, I do it that way. Now, if I'm on my phone, I can't tag people like that. I mean, you can, but it's hard. It's harder on the phone than it is computer. And of course, I know Denise will vouch for me on that also. Fred says nothing like good fiasco now and then. That's right, Fred. And I gotta watch. Hey, Fred, I saw where you put the parade up. I gotta watch your parade. I knew you'd told me about it already, but I saw where you put it up today, so I got that to watch. And then he says you did. Okay, yeah, I thought I told y'all that because I'm in Casper tonight. I'm in Casper. And Casper needs a bath. And Casper's going to go get a bath here in just a little bit. That's the other adventure we'll have here in just a little bit. Let's see. Tana saying hey to Fred and Connie. Linda saying hey. Dry Creek says missed you guys, Leslie and Larry. And well, did I miss Larry? I know Leslie's in here, but Larry's driving, so I know he's not in here yet. He's listening, but he's driving. There, the Harvey Five's out looking at Christmas lights right now. Yeah, Dry Creek says it's too hard on the phone. Yeah, you're right, Denise. You're right. Linda saying hey, and that you missed her and Lisa. And Dry Creek's saying hey to the Harvey Five. And then they said, oh shoot, hey Linda and Lisa. And Blaine says, you're not missing much then, Dry Creek. And I'm sure he's talking about the Harvey Five. And Gary says, did you see where Tommy and Teresa was without power for 35 hours? Yeah, I already knew about that, Gary. And I'm glad TME TV, Tommy and Teresa, I'm glad they're all right. I actually checked on them like an hour or so after it happened. I didn't want to bother them right off the bat, so I waited a little bit, and I checked on them, and she texted me back after a little bit and then said that they were fine, but they just didn't have no power. And then I found out that they got power back, and so then I let the ones that I knew, I let know that they'd gotten power back and everything. And I think that happened like early in the morning hours of Sunday. Or was it yesterday? No, it was early. It was Sunday, yeah. They got it back Sunday. Or it might have been Monday. Today's Tuesday. All that happened Saturday. So I guess it was Monday. Wee hours of Monday morning is when it was. Because they were without power for over 24 hours. I see Linda saying, hey, to Dry Creek. Dry Creek's laughing at Blaine. Fred says, Teresa texted me as well after you did. And Linda says, Jeff, are you cruising somewhere tonight? We're probably going to go back uptown, see the Christmas lights, let y'all see that again. Other than that, yeah, we're going to ride around for just a little bit. And, of course, that's part of one of the stories. As far as what I got to tell. But, yeah, we'll go uptown, too, though, and look at the tens of thousands of dollars of that sleigh and whatever else that they've got up there. Tom says, hope you're well, Virginia. Right quick though, before I forget, I don't have any way of getting a hold of Missy Brock. Has anybody heard the latest on her brother-in-law? I think Tana, since you're in here, Tana, have you heard anything? I think you and her talk. But I've been telling everybody to keep her brother-in-law in everybody's prayers. Because I saw where you told it on Fred's live last week. So I was letting other people on other live shows, letting them know, you know, what you had told and stuff. So that was one thing I was going to try to find out, if you found out anything on her brother-in-law, any updates or anything, if you can tell it. Yeah, I mean, she might not be able to tell it on here. Hey, John Asper. Hey, buddy. Yep. Good evening, everybody in chat from you know where. Good old Columbus, Ohio. I don't know what the temperature is here. This phone won't tell me, and of course the phone I'm on, I can't look it up right now because I'm live on YouTube. Tana says he's opening his eyes and responding some. Well, that's good. That's good news. So yeah, all y'all in here, just keep Missy Brock's brother-in-law in your prayers. Seems like he, you know, hopefully he's, you know, getting better just from what Tana just said. And then, Tana, do you talk to Ed Griffith? I know he hadn't been on in a few weeks, and he's usually on every time. Or does anybody in here know about Ed, if he's had something going on? Because I know he doesn't do videos or anything like that, but he's normally in the live show every time, and I just curious. I mean, I don't think I've done anything to make him mad or anything like that, but like I say, I don't know, because he hadn't commented on any videos either, as far as the replays or even any videos I put up. I just wanted to, I hope he's all right. I hope he's doing okay. Virginia says, I'm fine, thanks. I've been decorating and getting ready for family. How are you doing? She's talking to Tana, I think. And Tana says, he was running a fever and they were trying to find out the reason. Okay. Linda says, Jeff, sorry to everyone who was affected by the tornado in Tennessee. Yeah, I had some other friends too that I had to check on that's in Tennessee. They're not YouTubers or anything like that, but it's people that I do know. Well, it's actually one other person, to be honest. Tana says, no, I don't chat with Ed outside of YouTube. Okay. Blaine says, best light display in North Carolina is located in Lincolnton, North Carolina. You'd think Lincolnton would outdo Lenore, you know, because they're a bigger city than Lenore. I mean, you would think that, but I mean, now, of course, now that tree was pretty, don't get me wrong. They got that big old tree right there dead center, but that's the only thing they had going on, at least in my mind. I mean, I would have thought we would have saw more stuff than what we did that night. Okay, Dennis says it's 37 degrees in Lenore. Well, I knew it was cold. I knew it was cold. I mean, I got my jacket with me. I just don't have it on because this truck's got a heck of a heater in it. Fred says he hadn't seen him on anyone's lives either. Talking about Ed Griffith. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't either. So, I mean, I hope he's all right. Diane says, Tana, please keep Ron in your prayers as well. He is improving slowly, but still in ICU. And then Tana says, Virginia, same here. I'm getting ready to bake chocolate chip cookies. And then she said she didn't know about Ron, talking to Diane. Virginia says, I have to make about 25 pounds of fudge for family, friends, and that. Good Lord, Virginia. Did you hear that, Larry? Of course, I know Larry's driving. Virginia's making 25 pounds worth of fudge. Virginia, you're going to make us all drive up to where you're at. Because I know some of us know where you're at. You're going to make us all drive up there and hunt you down and say, hey, we're here. Where's the fudge at? Diane says he had surgery last Monday and developed severe complications. Blaine says, I'm eating pumpkin pie right now, but I sure could use some of Virginia's cooking. And Blaine says, holy fudge, that's a lot. And Tana says, wow, Virginia, you're going to be busy. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I don't know how hard it is to make fudge. I've never made fudge before. So I don't know how hard it is to make fudge. I eat fudge, but I've never made it. So it sounds like a pretty good sized job. 25 pounds, that's quite a bit. Hey, Calico Toys. Hey, how are y'all? Leslie says, I didn't hear you. He's ordering food and we missed what you said. Oh, Virginia's cooking 25 pounds of fudge. And I figured I'd get Larry. So that's what I was just asking if Larry heard me say that. And she says, I just heard Larry's name. It's okay, Leslie. I know y'all are busy, and like I said, don't worry about it. You can watch the rerun. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure I didn't. Let's see. Blaine says that's perfect. Can't wait to see how she cooks it on her channel. Virginia says it's time consuming. That's for sure. And Leslie says, that's where she said, I heard Larry's name. And then Leslie says, oh, yum, yum, yum. And Tana says, prayers for Ron, talking to Diane. And then Diane says, pumpkin cheesecake or pumpkin ice cream. And Blaine says, sorry, I didn't know you could hear me shout his name, Leslie. The friend says, I just had to eat some fudge because of that. Hey, Virginia, I told you, you're making us all hungry. And I just got done eating. I had Subway tonight. Yeah, I ate Subway tonight. And actually got me a chocolate chip cookie, too, on top of that. And I'm probably going to pay the price later on that. And then Leslie says she heard me that time. And Diane's thanking Tana. And Leslie says, Blaine, I bet your wife doesn't like it when you do that. And then Blaine says, like what? Shout her name, Leslie, or his name? And then Tana says, no thanks needed, Diane. And then Leslie says, his name. And Linda says, Virginia, I would love the recipe for that fudge. And Virginia says, would you believe I make that much and don't eat one piece? Yeah, I would believe that, Virginia, because I've gotten to know you for a good little while, and you have fixed a lot of things that you don't eat. And the only reason I know that is because you send me pictures and you usually tell me whether if you're eating it or not. And I know she won't care, for me saying that on here. Because we all know how she loves to cook. We just can't get her to do videos. She'll take pictures, but she won't do videos. Blaine says, I hope I don't get them confused, Leslie. Then Leslie's laughing. Good Lord. Hey, Lordy. Blaine says, that's the way to do it and me not gain weight. Cook something I don't like. I just gained 10 pounds thinking about 25 pounds of fudge. Hell, Blaine, I gained 25 pounds after she said she's making 25 pounds. Virginia says, Linda, if I knew how to get the recipe to you, I would be glad to share. Yeah, because I don't have no way of getting it to her either, Virginia. Or I would tell you to send it to me. Well, and I guess, I mean, if you can wait a week, Linda, if you can wait a week, she can send it to me, and then I can tell you the recipe on my live show. I guess I could do it that way, you know, for you. Relay messages that way. Teleco says, put the pics into a video. Yeah, well, see, she won't do YouTube at all, other than she'll get on live shows and chat with us. Other than that, she won't do, I don't guess. But Virginia, did you hear that though? You could do all your pictures and then make them into like a slideshow and put them on YouTube. Would you do that, Virginia? And we're not gonna get mad if you say yes or no. But that is a way you could do it. Then you wouldn't have to worry about talking or nothing. You just take all the pictures you want to, put them in a slide. She says I refuse. Okay, I'm gonna shut up then. Hey, we tried. Blaine and Teleco, we tried. She's not gonna do that either. Blaine says, I stopped after 10 pounds because that would make a long night in the restroom. And Linda says, Virginia, be a detective and try to find me. And Virginia says, I like fudge, but I swore off chocolate after I had gallbladder surgery 2 years ago. And then that's where she said she refused. And then Blaine says, Virginia and Paula Dean need to do a segment together. And Tana's laughing at Virginia. Virginia says there are enough cooking on the YouTube channels. Or there are enough cooking YouTube channels. That's what she's saying. And she's right. There is. There's plenty of cooking shows on YouTube. And I'm caught up at the moment. I appreciate all y'all coming in. I guess right quick. I'm gonna move the camera, so I apologize for the shaking. But and hopefully the picture will get clearer after Casper gets a bath here. But I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Look at the hood on this thing. You know, of course, it sat for 7 months while I was gone over Pigeon Forge. But I have cleaned the inside of the window. I just got to get the outside clean. But Casper definitely needs a bath. It definitely needs a bath. So we're gonna go to the old famous car wash here in just a minute. I'm gonna run it through the car wash. Hang on, I apologize for all the moving. I'm trying to get this gimbal's just a little bit different from the other ones. Oh, William Smith slip in here. Hold on a second. Come on, phone, flip. There we go. Blaine says to Virginia, but they aren't as good as your cooking. I guarantee it. But you are correct. Talking about all the cooking YouTube videos. But hey, William. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're working the late shift tonight, William? Good Lord, you're having to drive the roads at nighttime then tonight. You got to drive all night tonight, William? I mean, if you don't mind me asking. Linda says, Jeff, I'll wait until next week's live to get a fudge recipe from Virginia. Okay. Virginia, if you want to text me that fudge recipe whenever you get time, I mean, if you was to do it while I'm live, it's fine. It's not gonna mess me up because I won't open it up. But just whenever you get time, Virginia, if you don't mind, you can send me the recipe to me, and then I'll let Linda know next week, you know, what the recipe is. I'll just tell it on here. Let's see, Virginia says, what state or city, Linda? And Tana's saying, hey to William. William says, how are bacon burgers made? I guess with bacon. I guess. Well, I don't know. I'm not that big of a chef. Oh, wait a minute. I know what he's talking about now. That's another fiasco. I know what why William's asking that now. He sent me a funny on Facebook about how bacon burgers are made. And now that I've told that part, all y'all just use your imagination on how bacon burgers are made. Just use your imagination. I'm not going to explain that one. Fred saying hey, Dry Creek saying hey, Blaine says on a grill, William. And then William retracted something there, so I didn't get to see it in time. Virginia says, you've never tasted my food, Blaine. How do you know? Hey, Virginia, none of us has got to taste your food. But we all know it's dang good because of how you tell what you fix. And then, of course, where I've told people, when you send me the pictures and stuff, you know, I'll tell them how good it looks and everything. And then Fred says, hopefully with bacon, William. And then Linda says, Virginia, I'm from Massachusetts, married, one child, and plenty of family and friends. And William says, about 3 more hours. Okay, so you got about 3 more hours left on the road. And well, be careful driving and watching me, William. I mean, you can always catch the replay. I'd rather you be, you know, safe. And, you know, same goes for the Harvey 5. I mean, I know Leslie's not driving, but Blank says I was going off on how good it looks from everyone. Yeah, so he's pretty much repeating what I was telling Virginia. Linda says, Jeff, thank you. You're welcome, Linda. No problem. And then Linda told Virginia where she's at. And Jimmy says, hey, Jimmy, buddy. Jimmy Spencer, hey, buddy. What's up, Jeff and Tootsie, buddy? Just walked in the door from the I'm trying to figure out what he's meaning right there, but he's working, okay, garage. He's meaning garage right there. He's working on his daughter-in-law's car. And then everybody's saying hey to Jimmy. Okay, Leslie says she's almost back home now. And then Jimmy saying, hey, Blaine says, how were the lights, Leslie? So Blaine's wanting to know how the Christmas lights were, Leslie. And Fred and Connie saying, hey to Jimmy. And Dry Creek, Rob and Denise is saying, hey to Jimmy. And Tana says, I need to get those cookies baked. Jeff, I will watch the replay. Have a good night. Hey, good night, Tana. I appreciate you coming in. David C. Perkins says, I'm down and out this week. Had surgery 4 days ago. Me and my walker getting along pretty good. Yeah, and I was going to ask you, David, how you was doing, because I knew you had that surgery done. I mean, I know you're going to be down for a while, but hopefully you'll start getting back up on the upswing here, you know, sooner than later. Hey, Thurston. Hey, thanks for coming in, Thurston. Leslie says, we saw some really cool setups. Some people go all out. And Linda's saying goodnight to Tana. And Jimmy says, hey to Dry Creek and everybody. Got to go clean the dirt off of him. He'll be right back. That's fine, Jimmy. Hey, Amanda. Amanda's in the house. Amanda says, I had a dream about you and Tootsie at a rest stop, and a cop tried to stop Tootsie from the ladies' bathroom. But she said, excuse me, I have to potty. And the cop shit his pants, and she went in. That's pretty good, Amanda. I have to admit, that's pretty good. Oh, Lordy, Blaine says, I'm looking for some outdoor displays and stuff for next year. We have 10 acres with about 3 or 4 acres cleared. So I may do something next year, Leslie. And then Leslie says, Rob and Denise, Larry just told me he thinks he saw something from y'all to me on here while I was in Walgreens. Did you say something? And I can't remember on that, so I'll let Dry Creek answer that. And then Fred and Connie saying hey to Amanda, and Dry Creek says, and here we go, Leslie. You got to admit, Dry Creek, though, you got to admit. I mean, I know we're going to be off and running now. Linda's saying hey to Amanda. Leslie says, awesome, Blaine. If you do, post pictures. And Jimmy says, Blaine, or hey to Blaine. And Amanda saying hey to everybody. Dry Creek says, just saying hi, Leslie. Earlier is all, I think. And then Leslie says, exactly, Dry Creek. And then Blaine says, dang, that's a dang crappy way to enter chat, Amanda. And Leslie says, oh, laugh out loud, hi. And Blaine saying, hey, Dry Creek's laughing, Leslie. And then Amanda says, thank you. And then Dry Creek goes, And Lordy. Hello, I tell you what, because I pretty much got all y'all in here. I'm going to lay the phone down. Well, no, I can drive. William says, hey to everybody. Yeah, blame me too. I can see Denise going, yeah. Alright, we'll go to the car wash down here. Make a little move here. Go run through the car wash. We'll get Casper cleaned up. I'm going to get the heat back on. I've sat here and laughed. Y'all have already got me laughing real good. I've steamed it up in here. Tootsie, are you doing something in here that I'm not supposed to know about? You got somebody in here with you that I can't see, and you're fogging up the windows? Huh? She set up now. She started talking about that. She said, look, the windows are fogged up. Eh, Lordy. Lord, this is a heck of a way to start off the show. Linda, well, hold on, I'll have to read it in just a second. I get up here and be able to after we get the car wash up here. Alright, I'm going to have to run this heat down or run the temperature back some. Linda says, I meant to say hi to everyone in the chat earlier. Lisa and I are laughing too hard right now. And then Dry Creek's laughing at Blaine. Wait a minute, did I miss something? Blaine said, what was Blaine's? Oh, okay, I know what. I'm just making sure I didn't miss a comment there. Hold on now. I'll stay caught up. We're gonna pull in right here to the world famous touchless car wash. And yes, it is touchless. At least no scrubbers or nothing like that. It's nothing but water. Nothing but water. And then of course you get a little light show out of it also. And there's McDonald's. And McDonald's stays busy most of the time. Alright, let me get paid here right quick, and then I'll get caught up with.
Welcome to Bonnie Vista Car Wash. Please select your wash or enter your code now.
Alright, well, I'm getting ready to select it. Let me dig my wallet out. They went up $1. Sure as the heck did. And I was just here a week or not much more than a week ago, and it's went up $1.
Please have payment for your selection.
We're getting ready to find out if it does.
Would you like to have a receipt?
No.
Please wait while your card is. You have purchased a straight shot and follow pack.
Alright, here we go. Well, I wonder if it does anything extra since it's went up $1. Probably not. Probably not. There we go. Start squirting water. It's not cold enough yet, William. I did see that comment. Well, at least gonna get the nastiness. She likes the brick walls. All right, we're gonna see how good it does this nasty hood that hadn't been scrubbed or washed in 8 months. Got my belt wet. I hear my belt. That's where it goes. All right, let me get caught up with you guys. There's where Amanda said, "Hey, everybody." Okay. Right there. Dry Creek was laughing at Blaine, and Thurston saying, "Hey" to Jimmy. Blaine says, "With your eye and facial expressions, Denise." Hey, Nancy. Hey, thanks for coming in. She's saying, "Hey" to everybody. Amanda says, "I cooked fried chicken and mustard greens tonight, and peas are peas." And then Dry Creek's laughing at Blaine. Fred says she brought a date, talking about Tootsie. And then Blaine wants to know what year. It's a 2000. This truck's a 2000, Blaine, and it's got 202,000 miles on it. 202,343 to be exact right now. Thurston saying, "Hey" to Connie. David says, "I remember them days, fogged up windows." Yeah, it was the good old days, David. Connie saying, "Hey." Blaine saying, "Hey." Amanda says, "I have shorts that says hands off." And Blaine says, "That's TMI, Amanda." And then Amanda says, "It's yellow shorts." But you've got blue shorts on the chat. You got yellow shorts, but your emoji's showing blue. I'm just messing with you, Amanda. Connie saying, "Hey." William says, your windows are going to frost over. Nah, they said it was 37, so I should be all right for the moment. And then Amanda says, "I like the brick walls in there." And then William's giving thumbs up. Here comes the power jets. Fred says they use less water too. Yeah, go up $1 and then use less water. And Blaine, what did you retract right there? I was getting ready to read it. Blaine says it feels like a Halloween movie in here. And Amanda says, "Imagine your shower like a wash tunnel." Hey, yeah, tell me about it, Amanda. That'd be something else. Blaine says, "Dang, my 2016 Ford Fusion has over 203,000 on it." And Amanda says her phone looks like likes blue shorts. And hey, Dan the Mountain Man. Hey, buddy. I take it you're probably on break about now. I guess if you're working. And Blaine saying, "Hey." Fred says, "It shows green on mine." Really, Fred? Well, it's showing blue on this phone. Hang on, it's showing. Let me pull it back down here. It's showing blue. See, right there. It's showing blue. Blue on this phone. Of course, it's an older phone. And Teleco says it's showing green on his too. And I mean, I think I know where all this is going because of the street lights. Linda says, "Jeff, did you get my last text?" Hold on, Linda, I'm going back. Yeah, you said where you was laughing too hard. Hold on, I gotta pull forward and dry this off. I feel like I'm going through a tornado. Unfog hang on, I'm gonna pull up right here. It's all good and clean. I can't tell how good it's done the hood yet, but at least the window's back good and clean once that air's off there. Like I say, it hadn't had a bath in over 7 months. Alright, hurry up and dry that windshield off. Hang on a minute, let me get caught up with you guys. Kill this heat back now a little bit. That wash reminds me of GTA. Hold on, let me get caught up with you guys. Dan saying hey to everybody in chat, and there's where Linda was asking about that. Amanda says Mr. Blaine has a full math class today. And Fred saying hey to everybody. Blaine saying you aren't the teacher, I hope, Amanda. Blaine says mine shows blue. Dan says yes, I'm on dinner break. John says, are we doing vacation station car wash? Go through. Yeah, that's what we just did. Because this truck hadn't had a bath, and I couldn't tell you when. I need to, hang on a minute. I need to, where I'll use the darn wipers that hadn't been used in forever. Made my windshield get dirty, but I'll fix that. Alright, that ought to clear it up. Okie doke. Where was I at? Amanda says blue jeans baby, little lady. And then Fred saying hey to John. Amanda says I'm teacher's aide. And then Telco says hey to Fred and Dan. And then there's where Amanda was talking about the car wash reminds her of GTA, which is Grand Theft Auto for the ones that doesn't know in here. Dan says I need to take my car to the car wash, and Fred Connie says same here, Dan. And Fred says felt like windshield wipers lash. Yeah. And then Amanda says I have it written in my phone. Add the bed, subtract the clothes, divide legs, and hope they don't multiply. Isn't that one? That's kind of what Blaine said last week. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go back up here to, well, we don't have to go to our honey hole, but I need to go where I can start telling the stories. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll go up here to the lights. Well, no, not yet. I need to wait on that. I'll save that towards the end. Let me go back up here. Hell, we'll pull into Dario here. So, well, no. I need to stay on this road. Alright, wait a minute. What have I hit here? Oh, here we go. That's the only thing I hate about this phone. It's so touchy. So I'm having to get the darn chat pulled back up. Yeah, the busy streets of Lenore. Yeah, so far it's not too busy at the moment, Dan. There's a few people out, but not many. But at least y'all guys ought to be able to see a little bit better now that I got the windshield good and clean. Dadgummit. Where's I want my comments to come back up. Alright, here we go. Well, I'm gonna have to get back. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get back over here. gonna pull back up my little honey hole here, and then that way I can start the stories, and then we'll go see the lights uptown after this. I guess I could back up, point back towards there you go. I hate having to multitask. It sucks. Hey lordy. Alright, let me get caught, because I know I'm gonna have to go back on this phone to get caught back where it's messed up on here. Alright, let me get back. Okay, right there's where Dan says he needs to go to the car wash, and Fred said the same thing. And then Blaine's laughing at Amanda. Jimmy says, I'm back, I'm clean now. Yeah, the Casper just got clean too, Jimmy. Talking about my truck. We just went through the car wash. And Leslie says, almost exactly, which I know what Leslie's talking about. Linda says, Jeff, Lisa has blonde wig from my Halloween collection, and she looks awesome. And Blaine's laughing at Leslie. Dan says, the busy streets of Lenore. John says, got to go get some hot chocolate. I got a drink with me, John, or I would. Now this morning it was definitely cold enough for hot chocolate. It got down to, it was 22 this morning, and my heat was running like crazy this morning too. Amanda says, I've always distracted boys and some girls in the middle and high school. And Jimmy says, hey to Dan. Blaine says, did you now, Amanda? Or did you now? That's how he's saying it. And Dan says, I need the inside of the car clean more than the outside. And Amanda says, sometimes if I wear leggings or shorts. Yeah, I knew you was meaning wear, Amanda. And then Dan's saying, hey to Jimmy. John says, we had frost up here this morning. I guess we had frost too. I didn't look outside, but I'm going to go with a hard freeze. We had a hard freeze as far as here, because it's 22. Leslie says, so everybody, male and female, think you're sexy, Amanda? So Leslie's asking Amanda that. And I didn't. Yeah, I was on how did I get on a different live show? I was on one of my other live shows. How the heck did I do that? So now I've got it fixed though now. Amanda says it depends on taste, I guess. Talking to Blaine. And Teleco says we had a big frost here this morning also. And Leslie says, yeah, I bet it does. Alright, so let me flip the camera out here. Come here, Tootsie, so they can see you. I'll go ahead and tell the one of the bad news stories. Breaking news. Get up here where they can see you. Alright, let me run the heat down some more because I'm getting hot. And I'll cut the light on too so y'all can see her better. Get up here, look here. Let me dip the camera back down. Hold on, sorry for the shaking. That way y'all can see her a little bit better. There you go. All right, sit right there. See it. Look up here. See it. There you go. Good girl. There you go. Now they can see you. Blaine says, taste does make a difference, Amanda. And Amanda says, I know your secret, Leslie. And Fred says, sounds like you had a fiasco number 2. Oh yeah, I've done had 2 or 3 already, Fred. Look, I went to police too with the sirens going by. So we missed that, Amanda, but you're in here, so that's what counts. Every time Amanda's in here, we're gonna see the law go by somewhere along the lines. Leslie says, what secret, Amanda? I don't know what she's talking about either. Gary says, Jeff, you need to advertise lady need, not for love, but for YouTube reading. Gary. Linda says, hey Tootsie, do you eat liver mush like Jeff? No, I've given her a little bitty, teeny weeny piece of it before, but she don't get table scraps. Mom did do that, sometimes, and that's what, you know, every time I'm eating, she's sitting there staring at me while I'm eating and trying to make me feel sad. But I'm like, no, because it upsets her stomach, because I've done it. And I don't mind picking up poop, or, but as far as her getting sick and throwing up in the bed or whatever, yeah, no, I don't like that. So I know to, just let her eat her food. That way she's good to go. Oh, Amanda says, girl crush on Amanda, please. Talking to Leslie. and then Blaine says, geez, Amanda. And then Leslie says, ha, now that's hilarious. And Dan says, I need to head back to work. I'll see you guys later. Hey, thanks for coming in, Dan. I appreciate it. Dry Creek says, Amanda, please, is a fictional character from the 90s. Is it or not? Or is it not? And I've heard of Bee, please. Female dog, please. I'll say witch. I've heard of witch, please, but with the bee. Let's see. Blaine saying, take care, Dan. Amanda says, I'm younger. And Leslie says, yes, Dry Creek, just a fictional as this Amanda. They said, yep, Leslie. Yeah, and then man, duh. And then Teleco saying, have a good one, Dan. So here comes the fire trucks. Fire trucks are going by now. Here you go, Amanda. I know you like seeing this stuff. Oh, it turned. I thought, well, the police car went straight. And heck, the fire trucks turned. Dennis says, damn, Leslie, that was cool. And I can hear Dennis saying that too. Get back up here. I'm gonna pet on you, you rotten thing. All right, so I'm caught up now. All right. Over the weekend, I guess it was Thursday. Here, sit right here, because my face is in the way. Did you hear the sirens? Is that what got you all to pieces? You heard the sirens. Wait a minute, what James say? Yeah, I'm okay. Saying a bad word. I'm just getting in the house, so what's the bad news? You hadn't missed nothing. I'm getting ready to tell it, James. I'm getting ready to tell it. I got two breaking news stories to tell. So you're good to go, James. And quit saying that you're the L word. That's a bad word. You're never that. You always come in anytime you want to. All of y'all in here. You stay as long as you want to. Come in when you want to. Leave when you want to. It's all the same to me. Doesn't matter to me a bit. Leslie says, I'm funny every once in a while, talking to Dennis. And that's where Blaine says, what's your mouth? To James. And then Amanda's barking at you, or growling at you. So, Thursday night, I get a phone call from my brother. And he only, calls me when he has to. And stuff like that, So, and that's because he's got a job and got a family to take care of, and he's busy. I mean, he stays busy, so I try not to bother him, because he's trying to run a business and everything. And, that and his big family he's got mess going on all the time. So anyhow, he calls me Thursday night. He says, got some bad news. I said, well, between everything else that's went on here lately, I said, what's going on? So, long story short, you remember the beach house that I was in last year for the 2 weeks? Well, that's not happening this year. We're still going to the beach. And what we did was, instead of getting that house for the 2 weeks, the house beside it, and for the ones that's watched my video or was in the live chat when I showed the house and everything, the house that's beside us, that smaller white house that's in between where the other family stays, if y'all remember, for the ones that was, watching that day, we're actually going to be in that smaller white house that's beside the one that we stayed in for the 2 weeks. We're going to be in it the first week. And then, of course, the house that we were in this year, that's the one that we've lost. Wasn't our fault. Wasn't nothing that we did, and it's nothing that we can even control. From what my brother told me, the crowd that owns that house, I don't know if something happened or what the deal is, and even the realty crowd doesn't know anything other than they have pulled out from renting it. And so I guess they're either going to rent it themselves, or they might be going with a different realty company, or they're going to sell it. But nobody knows other than they have pulled out and we've lost that house. So, that's kind of a bummer, because we really did like that house. That was our second time getting to stay in it. And like y'all saw, you go right up from the outside up one set of steps and right in, and you're pretty much in the whole house and can unload everything. You're not having to go up a bunch of steps. So anyhow, we've got a house though that's for that second week. It's just not going to be as close to the other family as what the one we was in last year. No, I can't, Virginia. I can't. I wished I could. But I can't. And like I said, I don't know if it's even for sale. The only reason I'm talking to Virginia right now because I saw her comment there. We don't even know if it's going for sale or not. We don't know nothing other than we're just not going to be in that house the week of the 4th. So we're going to actually be in another house. I'm not sure exactly what it's like. I haven't looked it up yet. Matter of fact, I got to talk to my brother again to find out which house we are going to be going into, because we had a couple of options. So anyhow, so that's the one bad news I got, here in the last few days. The next bad news I got was today. And Dennis and Teresa's going to cuss me. And then I think it was Gary had made a comment earlier, and I shied away from it because I knew I had this to tell also. So I get a phone call today, and I told all y'all that I was putting my car in the shop, going to get it ready for next year, because I knew what I was doing next year, what my game plan is next year to do. And I wanted to make sure that car was going to be good to go, and going to have it ready to go. So I guess it's about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I get the phone call. And of course they didn't start on it till today. I took it yesterday, dropped it off, that way they'd have it first thing this morning. And I told him what I knew probably needed to be fixed, and he jotted it all down. But I told him, I said go through that thing. I said, just whatever, let me know or whatever. So the old boy calls me today, and I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. For the ones that have seen the Andy Griffith episode of when Barney buys his first car, that's what I felt like. He started spitting off this and that, need to be fixed, and a whole list. And then I'm sitting there, and I was at my buddy's when I get this phone call. And of course I have to, what the heck? Boys, they've come up here now. But they're pulling out right here, so it's definitely something going on. Hang on, I'll flip the camera around. They must have been eating at Pizza Hut. They've called them in. So anyhow, I'm leaned up against the truck outside at his house, and he's telling me, you know, all the stuff that I had named plus other things. And I thought, Lord, have mercy. And that's when it hit me. I told my buddy, because he was wanting me to tell this story in a different way. And then when I was up there, the Andy Griffith episode hit me. I said, no, I got one better. I said, I need to tell him that I feel like the Barney 5 episode when he bought his car there, and then old Gomer comes in with that big old list, and then Barney just, you know, because I did that when I was on the phone. I just started laying my head down. So anyhow, looks like I'm going to be doing some shopping for a vehicle. So, I have eyeballed one. And I don't care to go show y'all what I have eyeballed. It's just right down the road here. It's not far. But if y'all don't want me to show it to you, let me know. I can wait and show it to you if I do get it. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not yet, because I got to drive it and everything else before I even do anything. But at least, you know, the Acadia got me through at least a year, almost a year. Oh, Leslie saying, show us, and William says, let's see. Yeah, and that's the reason why I came back to here, because of the way I got to go. I'm just trying to make it easy on me. So that's all the bad news that I've gotten in the past few days. You know, the one today and then the one from my brother. So let me get caught up with y'all's comments, and then once I do that, then we'll head to the car lot down here. All right, hang on, Angie. I'm gonna get caught up with all the comments right quick. I want to see what y'all said as far as the beach story and all that stuff. Okay, right there is where Amanda was talking to Tootsie. Blaine says, breaking news live on Jeff and Tootsie camping from Lenore, North Carolina. Amanda says, I'm not, I word, have no guys in several years. What? Well, you're going to have to rephrase that, Amanda. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know if she's meaning she hadn't dated any guys in several years or something. Linda says, Leslie, you're funny all the time. And Leslie's laughing at Linda. Virginia says, bye it, Jeff. Talking about the house. She's talking about the beach house. But, uh-oh, the officer's out here talking to no, maybe, no, that ain't the officer. I guess I can cut these lights back out on the inside. Blaine says, well, let me just check that area to see if I can buy one of those homes, and we will all go when we want to. Yeah, heck yeah. Hey, Blaine, if you can find something under $1 million, let me know. Because I think that's about what the going rate is for all them houses where I go. Linda says, Jeff, I agree with Virginia, buy it. And John says, up here in Ohio, Kroger stores are giving people 55 and over 5% discounts tomorrow only. Well, that's cool. I wish I had a Kroger here in Lenore. Of course, I'm not over 55, though. William says, yep. Blaine says, dang, would it be cheaper to get a new one if it's everything? And Leslie says, sick as a dog, but having the time of my life. And Virginia says, agree, Blaine. And hey, Diamondback, hey, thanks for coming in. Virginia saying, hey, and then that's where y'all are wanting to see the car now. Blaine says, my mother-in-law got a nice 2024 Buick crossover the other day, if you are into Buicks. And I'm not getting nothing brand new. I can tell you that right now. I'm not going to buy a brand new car. And then, yeah, everybody's wanting to go see it. Larry says, did you buy that car from Mrs. No, I mean, I didn't. The guy that I bought it from, as a matter of fact, we're going to be going by where I bought it from, so I'll show you that too. It's just, undoubtedly, the timing chain has started going out. So undoubtedly that's the vibration that I was feeling, because it's undoubtedly messed up the motor mounts, and then the motor mounts have messed up the axle, and so that's where the vibration was coming from. My power steering pump was leaking and going out. My air conditioner, had to be fixed, because that went out on me right before I got back home with it. So I knew I had the air conditioner issue and stuff. And then of course I was going to get a brake job, get all the brakes done. And then what else did he tell me? Something about the top end of the motor or something. And then he says it threw up all kinds of codes where it was undoubtedly misfiring on all cylinders. And I was like, good Lord. And that's what I was saying. That's when it hit me about old Mrs. Lash there and the car that Barney had bought. I said they'll get a kick out of that tonight. I said I'll have them laughing. I will, Fred. We're gonna go. John says, show us. Inquiring minds want to know. Virginia's saying hey to Diamondback. Blaine says, listen, don't you come in here messing around. You ain't saying anything. You ain't said nothing all night. Keep driving, Larry. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Larry's? How did I miss Larry's comment? Whoa. Where did Larry? It's not showing up on my phone. Hold on a second. Yeah, because right there's where it says, why is that not showing up? Oh, right there. Yeah. Larry says, did you buy that car from me? Hell, I was reading Larry's comment. Damn. I'm having all kinds of fiascos tonight. Jeez. All right, let me get back. Yeah, and then Blaine says, listen, don't you come in here messing around. You ain't said anything all night, Larry. Keep driving. Hey, JT Adventures, how's Josh tonight? Teleco says, let's see the car barn. And Larry says, Blaine, I almost hit a car taking a bite of Leslie's biscuits. And then Dry Creek's saying hey to Josh, JT's Adventures. And then JT saying hey, Fred saying hey. Everybody's saying hey. Blaine says she only got a new one because of a warranty, but I understand new cars cost a crap ton. Yeah, and even some used ones cost a crap ton. Gary says sawdust in the transmission. No, I didn't have that, Gary. That was about the only thing that I didn't have. That and the grease. And Leslie says, should you get a second opinion? And Virginia says, definite time to trade. Yeah, that's what, because old boy I took it to, he does all my car, and that's the reason I took it to him. I knew he'd tell me straight up, and he's the one, his name's Terry. He's the one that told me, he says, it's probably best for you to just mosey on with it and find you something else. I said, yeah, that's what it sounds like. And I said, and that's probably what I'm going to do. William says, is this the same vehicle you've been pulling? You're right. Yeah, it's the Acadia, William. I got to go get it tomorrow. I got to go pick it up tomorrow and pay him, for what all he's done as far as, today. Diamondback says, it sounds like a computer issue to me. I just came out. No, Diamondback, the computer was fine. This was all mechanical stuff. Yeah, Blaine says Fiasco 826 of the night. And then Larry says, Lord help Jeff. And then John I apologize, Larry. I was having a brain fart. John says, don't you have any check engine lights on? No. That's what was crazy about it. That's what was crazy about it. And Blaine says, exactly right, Virginia. And then Dry Creek says, that's what we were going to say, Larry. And then Fred says, probably needs those bulbs also, John. And John says, just don't get a used car from Junior Samples at BR549. And then William says, I agree, Leslie, second opinion. And then, well, the one, I don't think I'll have to worry about the one that I've got my eyeball on. So I'm caught up with you guys. So we'll go down here and we'll go down here, and I'm telling you, this thing's got a heater on it, and I've got the temperature all the way down to almost to where, like in the cold section, and I'm warm. I'll control it by cracking the wind to try to neutralize the temperature, or however you want to stabilize the temperature. Keep it under control. Larry says, did he block me like Dry Creek did? Oh, who are you talking about, Larry? I haven't blocked you. I see your comment right there. Unless if I hit it by accident on this other phone. Wait a minute, I missed your call. I read your comment. I thought. Oh, wait a minute. He says, did you tell Terry to back up? Did I tell Terry to back up? No, I didn't tell Terry to back up. All right, right here's the place that I bought the Acadia from. And it's called the Car Source. This is where I bought the Acadia from. And he's got that gun. I'm going to mess up my live show on the cell phone because never... I mean, this is one that I have looked at as far as online. You know, I've eyeballed that one. You know, and then he's got this. But I mean, this old boy, you know, he don't sell cheap stuff. That's the thing. It's just, you know, with the mileage that Acadia had on it, I guess after me driving it back and forth through that mountain, I mean, he got a high dollar Porsche. That Porsche right there, going for $78,000. That one there. And then he's got, you know, it's a used car lot, but he's got nice stuff here. See, yeah, but this is where I got the Acadia from. I'm saying there's a BMW. I looked at that BMW, but it doesn't have a hitch on it. It doesn't have a hitch on it. And if it don't have a hitch on it, I'm not going to get it because that means it's not made for towing. I know I can put a hitch on it, but if it didn't come out with a hitch, it's not made for towing. And I got to have something that's made for towing. So anyhow, on down the road here. We'll go down the road here. And I'll show you the one I'm eyeballing at the moment. But like I say, I hadn't talked to nobody. I haven't talked to anybody yet on it. All I've done is looked online. I've looked at pictures online and all the information on it online. You know, even can pull up the Carfax thing on it through their website and stuff. As far as this one down here. Oh, hey, good night, Linda. Thanks for coming in. I see your comment right there. I appreciate you coming in tonight, Linda. I usually surprise you guys with stuff, but I mean, heck, there really ain't no surprise of this because I knew I'm gonna have to get me something, and you know, next week y'all would have, you know, see it by then, maybe, you know, or whenever. I mean, you eventually find out that I've got a different car. So anyhow, let me get around here because I see where it's at. Because I don't know how I didn't see this earlier. I saw it online. I'd already rode through here earlier today. That's the one that I'm interested in. It's a 2014. It's got just shy of 120,000 miles on it, and it's a 2014. It's a Jeep. What was that thing called? It was. It's a Grand Cherokee, but it's called something. It's called what the heck? I was looking to see if it told it on the back. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me go. I'm gonna get the camera down where y'all can see it better. Toot, you sit still. Safari or something like that. It might tell it on the back here. Hang on, you sit still too. Yeah, it's a Summit. It's a Grand Cherokee Summit. And I'd never heard of a Summit. But that's the one that I'm probably going to test drive tomorrow. Oh yeah, and I'm wanting white. Whatever I get, it's going to be white or off-white. You know, just so it matches up with the camper. Because the camper's white. Hang on, matter of fact, we'll get back. Give me 1 second here. I'll just, by golly, take y'all with me. Sorry for the shaking. But anyhow, right there's where it says Summit. Which it's kind of hard to make out because it's all running together. But it looks like a pretty good Jeep, and it's 4-wheel drive. It's 4-wheel drive, and of course it's nighttime right now, so it's going to be kind of hard to see everything. But look at the darn sunroof, though. It's one great big old piece of glass. I did see that in the pictures. And then here's what the front looks like. I don't think I got this. Yeah, I don't have them down. Let's see if we can see any better right here. And we got a little bit of light. Well, that darn sign. Hold on, there we go. Or try to keep the reflection. I don't know how good that's picking it up. But anyhow, I can show it more later down the road if I do end up getting that. I just don't know yet. I gotta do some wheeling and dealing and negotiating and see what all. See if I want to pull the trigger on it or not, you know, and of course make sure everything is hunky-dory. Hold on a minute. Let me get caught up to you guys. Wait a minute, am I even in the ride? Yeah, I am. Because there's where he said, I missed his comment. Dry Creek says, I'm the one that fixed it. And said that was Rob, Larry. And then Diamondback says, Junior Samples sold me the North Star Cadillac. And Blaine says, Larry, you okay? Blink twice if you need help. And Fred says, it was those biscuits, Larry. And Amanda says, I have writer's block. It's almost like not shit right in months or years. Amanda. Blaine says, for Lord's sake. And Blaine says, I like that. And Leslie says, taste the biscuit, taste the goodness of biscuits. And Larry says, Popeyes has the best biscuits. And Blaine says, there you go, I saw a big rig. Is that what you're looking at? Oh yeah, did you see the big rig that they got? I mean, I saw that too. I was like, good Lord. Because I saw it online. Yeah, it's a Peterbilt, but I know I'm not getting that tractor trailer truck. There's where Orlando was saying good night. And Larry says, taste the biscuit with that honey sauce. And Amanda says, Popeyes has good spicy food, but biscuits are high on the salt. And Blaine says, biscuits taste great with stuff on them, Larry. And William says, get you a dually. And Blaine says, good night. And Amanda says, Kentucky Fried Chicken has good biscuits. And then Linda says, you're sweet, Jeff. And Larry says, Leslie's biscuits had strawberries on it. And Larry says, that's a lot of white cars. And Virginia says, Kentucky Fried has the best coleslaw. And John says, what's the price of used cars nowadays? You can just about pay the same price for a brand new one. And Linda says, good night to Blaine. And Virginia says, white car is the best, shows less. That's right, Virginia. That's why I usually try to stick with white. And then Larry says, Blaine, you leaving? No, Blaine shouldn't be leaving. Blaine says, you'll love the Jeep. We are Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Mopar products. And I used to have a Jeep long time ago. Blaine says, no, Larry, sorry to disappoint you. Teleco says, how big's your camper? I got videos on my camper. It's just a little old teardrop. It's not big at all. 14 foot, 7 foot wide. I mean, that Acadia pulled my camper just fine. Yeah, I knew I was going to get that comment. I didn't know who it was going to be from, but I knew I was going to get that comment. Because Gary says, you'll be part of the Jeep invasion next year. No, Larry, I'm not going to be part of the Jeep invasion if I get a Jeep. I'm just, like I said, I'm getting, because I got a few choices. Because down here, there's a Toyota 4Runner that's nice. There's a Yukon, and then there's a big old Yukon, where it's the third row Yukon. I mean, they've got a couple. They've got a BMW that's white sitting over here. I'm staying away from the Audis because I know the Audis, if they ever have to get worked on, they cost. And of course there's other places too. I'm not going to just, unless if this, and it's just because of the price is the only reason I'm eyeballing this one, is because of the price on it. But like I say though, I got to drive it and do some wheeling and dealing, and if a deal can get worked out, then a deal will get worked out. But if a deal can't get worked out, then so be it. I'll just mosey on down to the next sale, or I'm not going to be in too big a hurry because it's not like my car is shot or anything. But he's just letting me know because he knew my plans for next year, and he says, yeah, you don't need to be doing that next year with this car. And I said, yeah, that's what it sounds like. And John says, the car market is crazy. You can find a 2-year-old RAV4 for just about the same price as a new one. And $45,000. And I can guarantee you right now, John Esper, I'm not spending no $45,000 on anything. Not happening. Blaine says, true, Gary. And Larry says, Blaine, I'm getting ready to eat a Christmas tree cake for dessert. I'm thinking of you when I eat it. Hey, Charlie Bavera. Elvis is in the house. Hey, buddy. Hi, Jeff. Does it have? Yeah, it's got the V6 in it, too. I kind of like that because that means, I won't use as much gas. Because, for the camper I got, V6 is plenty of power. At least it is in my mind. I didn't have no trouble with that Acadia or the Traverse. But yeah, it's got the V6 in it, Charlie. John says, if it's your timing belt, it's bad. Your unlimited time, it can go bad anytime. Right. Yeah, I'm running on limited time because Terry said those exact words, or close to it. Gary says, we will welcome you to the Jeep family. And Blaine says, you can have mine, Larry. And Fred says, hey to Elvis. Charlie Bavere. And then Amanda says, I'm cooking a cactus on New Year's. And Charlie says, hey to mountain folks. And Blaine says, my wife likes Peterbilt's. And Leslie says, does nobody know the Taste of the Biscuit song? I don't, Leslie. I really don't. I don't know that song. Because whenever I was reading that comment, I was thinking of Tootsie. Taste the rainbow. if you want to know what was going through my brain, which I know is totally a 180 from what you're talking about. Fred says, can't imagine you towing your camper with a Peterbilt. Well, I told my buddy, because I showed him, I said, look, I got a semi truck for sale. And it told how much. I said, hell, that thing would be able to pull the camper. But no, I'm not going to do that. That would look weird. And, I could definitely get a bigger camper and pull it though. Angie says, very nice car. Thank you, Angie. Leslie says, I'm going to take that as a no. And David says, you can use my motorcycle to pull your camper. It's got a hitch on it. Yeah, I mean, a motorcycle would probably pull my camper. David said, hell, my golf cart would probably pull my camper, at least for a short distance. John says, what's the asking price on that car? If I tell that, then I'll tell it, but I'm not going to tell money talk on here, John, to be honest with you. I try not to do that, you know, because some people take it as bragging and stuff like that, and I get that, but I mean, that's pretty much just, you know, my business, I guess, as far as what I pay for stuff. But no, I'm definitely not mad at you for asking that, John. I just, you know, because I don't know, because I know I'm not going to pay what they're asking for it anyway. Number one, I'm not going to pay that. Let's see. Amanda says Fat Jack's Barbecue has heartburn for dessert. And then William says he wouldn't need a camper if he had a big walk-in sleeper on that Peterbilt. Yeah, you're right, William. Virginia says Subaru has the safest. Yeah, they got a Subaru here, but it doesn't have a hitch on it, Virginia, because I looked at it. Jimmy says you better get the Toyota. And William says the big cake or little one. And Larry says the little one. And Gary says our V6 Jeep gets 33 miles on trips. Heck yeah. I'm all about better gas mileage, that's for sure. And then Jimmy saying hey to Charlie, what's up, buddy? And William says if you find the big ones, Larry, they are better. And Larry says, William, I had the big ones too. And then Charlie saying hey to Jimmy. Leslie says, I Facebook messaged you the song. Okay, I'll check that out afterwards, Leslie. I saw where you'd sent me something, but I didn't get to read it. Virginia says we are GM because we get family discount. Yeah, and I mean, I like GM. GM's what I've had here lately. Like I say, I went from a Jeep to GM cars. SUVs, I guess, pretty much. What cars is SUVs. And then William says, what's the title, Leslie? Yeah, see, she sent it to me, but I didn't catch it in time. I didn't catch it in time as far as what she sent to me. So anyhow, and like I said, there's a couple other places for me to go shop at. I'm not going to jump on the first dang thing I find and see, but I wouldn't mind checking this out tomorrow. I got to go get my car tomorrow first, which I'm doing that in the morning sometime or another. Well, it's going to be closer to lunch actually, because I'm having to. My neighbor's going to ride with me, and then he's going to drive Casper back to the house. After I get there to get my car, he'll bring my truck Casper. He'll take it back home, and then of course walk over to his house because he's just right beside me. And then I'll come back in my car, and then I guess probably tomorrow afternoon I'll come back down here and take a closer gander and do a little driving and then a little wheeling and dealing and see if something can happen. Providing that there's nothing wrong with this one. And I hope not. I mean, it's a 2014. I don't know if I told y'all the year, but that's a 2014. So it's 3 years newer than what I've got right now. But it's definitely not a new Jeep. But it's going to be new to me, if I do get it. Leslie says it's a TikTok. It's just the Taste the Biscuit song. It's crazy. And then William said thumbs up. And never mind. I was getting ready to say something else, but that was last week. So anyhow, let's ride up here up in town, and instead of staring at that Jeep, we'll go stare at a sleigh ride and some packages and whatever else they've got up here. Are we going along the test drive? Probably not, Gary. I doubt I'll go live doing stuff like that. because it'll be, you know, with it being just me and where, let me roll this window up. Where's just me? That's the darn thing that where the darn air thing made that thing loose over there on the corner. Anyhow, yeah, if I go live on the test drive, it's just I'm going to want to pay attention to the vehicle and listen for stuff and, you know, go have it checked out and all that good stuff. So there's really no use in me going live as far as doing a test drive or anything, because I'd have too much other stuff going on and I wouldn't be able to keep up with y'all and that, because y'all know I can't multitask. I can't multitask for crap. I mean, it's amazing I can even do what I'm doing right now. Just to be honest with you. But we'll head up to town here where y'all can be able to look at some Christmas lights, and then I'll catch up on the chat again. Sit there and chat with y'all, because we still got a little bit of time left. Daggum, I tell you what, y'all passed the time. It's already after 9 o'clock. I'll get caught up on the chat here once we get uptown. Hopefully I'll have a parking spot. If not, I'll make one. Ah, Lord. And I'll kind of, because I can't remember it all, but I'll kind of try to repeat what my buddy was wanting me to tell as far as about the car, once I get up here to where I can read the chats. So then that way, when y'all start commenting back, you know, we'll all know what we're talking about. Lord have mercy, all them stoplights running together look like a rainbow on my phone. I don't know if it's doing it to y'all or not, but I mean, it's got lines going up and down, diagonal, almost sideways. Now they're shaped like a star, red and green. Okay, Virginia was saying yep to that, so it must have been showing up with y'all also. And it might be because of how this windshield's angled, because it's angled a little different versus the Acadia. We don't have much farther. I was wondering if it was showing up like that on y'all's end also. See, and I'm not looking at my other phone. It's down in my lap because I'm driving right now. All right, here we go. Coming in. I'm telling you, look, boys, Lincolnton didn't have nothing on this right here. Barbenville. Hey, Barbenville. I see where they're saying hey to y'all. I'm getting ready to get up here to park. I'm actually gonna, there's the sleigh. But I'm gonna, yeah, there's a parking spot over there. So I gotta circle the town here. I'm in Lenore, Bill and Barb. I'm at home. I'll have to circle the block here to where I can point back towards the sleigh right here in the big package. I don't see the You know, and that's right. In the parade, the person that was walking around on the stilts, I don't see them here tonight. And I didn't see them in the parade. I figured they might have been in the parade, but they wasn't, now that I think about it. I'd forgot all about it till just now. But I know they wasn't in the parade because y'all watched it with me. Because I went live. Good thing about it is, though, I won't. This is the only life that I gotta worry about again, because we're just gonna make a turn right here and go back, because right over there's where I went live from, right straight on the left right here on this corner right here, right straight in front of us right now. That's where I was sitting watching the, you know, live, doing the parade live. Now these cars though are kind of going to block the view of the package, but we'll manage. Well, man, because I'm going to point the camera this way to where y'all can watch the light show and see the sleigh and everything. And of course we got angels over here. That might clear it up a little bit better. Have you something a little bit nicer to look at. Let me fix the angle to this, get that street light out of the view. How's that? Is that any better? Yeah, there. Yeah, daggum Jeeping for. You're right. I didn't catch it. That is a Jeep in front of me, and it just got bought. It's got a 30-day tag on it. All right, let me get my darn live show back up here and get caught up with you guys. Charlie says, what you gonna do, Jeff, with your old vehicle, buddy? Sounds like she's tired out. Yeah, I'm gonna trade it, Charlie. I'm gonna trade it in. Gary says, are we all going along? Oh yeah, that's where he's asking about test drive. William says, Leslie, she looked so serious singing that. And Leslie says she does. Yeah, I might check that out when I get back home. William says, break it down. And then Blaine says, that's the great thing of getting a vehicle local to your area. Having your car tech to personally look at it is a sigh of relief. That's right, Blaine. Virginia goes, yep. And Diane says, we only talked a little. And then Teleco says, yep, looks like stars. And there's where Bill and Barb came in. Everybody's saying, hey, Leslie says, I think that means you just need to wipe your camera lens off. It might be, Leslie. I hadn't done that in a while. Fred and Connie saying hey, and then they was asking me where I was at. And I saw that comment. And then Dry Creek saying hey to Bill and Barb. Bill and Barb says hi to Dry Creek. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, Lenore. But no one out but you two. Yeah, there's not many out. Usually Tuesday nights, not too big. Now tomorrow night will be different. For some reason, Wednesday nights is a hot spot night, and then of course the weekends. But usually Mondays and Tuesdays are fairly quiet up here. And then there's where Blaine says there's a sign. It's a Jeep in front of you. And then Bill and Barb saying hey, and David says ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. And I'm caught up with the comments. I gotta get some of my drink in me. My mouth's getting dry. Which I finished that one because that was from supper. But I brought me another one. I guess I could zoom. Let me zoom in a little bit. It might get rid of some of, well, didn't get rid of the light shining down. All right, give me 1 second here. If I ain't driving, I'll take my seatbelt off, then I'll put it back on. All right, I apologize for the shaking, but I'm gonna do like what Leslie was saying. Hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna try to clean my lens off on the phone. Hold on, I apologize. Let's see if that helped it any. It's still still there a little bit. Probably not quite as bad, but I'm still seeing the light streaks. It might be the humidity in the air, Leslie, too. Sometimes that'll do it. And of course, the way this dash is, it makes the picture look crooked. I'm trying to, because this dash has got more of a slope than what the Acadia had. Bill and Barb says it's cold here, 33 right now. And David says, I'm so happy to let everybody know I now have 41 subscribers. I thank every one of them. Well, that's great, David. What's the 9 more and you'll be able to go live. And you'll have to make sure, if you do go live, try to do it at a time where, you know, everybody can maybe get on, and then that way we find out that you're live, which if I don't see you go live and you're live, I know I'll see a notification for sure, but hopefully I'll catch your live show, you know, live. And if you can too, David, there's a way where you could do it now if you wanted to. Do a little video and let us all know, you know, if you do go live, let us all know when and what time, and then we'll get that video notification to know when you're going to do a live show. That's up to you. That's up to you, though. You know, once you get to 50. Yeah, Dry Creek says, woohoo, David, 9 more and you can go live. And David says, yes. And Bill says, are you looking tomorrow for a new vehicle? What you're looking for? I just showed it a little bit ago, Bill and Barb. Fred Connie says, all the moisture is from Tootsie and her date. Yeah. That's right, Fred. She's over here breathing hot and heavy. And David says, I will do that. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, David. You're welcome. I would subscribe to you again, but they only let me subscribe to you one time, or I'd do it 9 more times to where you could go live. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all coming in tonight. I've enjoyed it. Y'all definitely made me laugh again tonight, like always. And of course, I always enjoy it with all y'all. Bill says, sorry, didn't see it. We are sure it's all you need. You won't, right? It was, I mean, if you want to rewind the live just a little bit, it wasn't that long ago. You can back it up probably 15 minutes and see it. As far as the one that I'm going to go look at tomorrow. Let's see. Blaine says, did you hear Mrs. Claus get when she wears tight pants? Oh, she gets mistletoe. Blaine, I hadn't heard that one. That's pretty good. Yeah. I'll have to remember to tell that one to my buddy. Anyhow, oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. So my buddy, you know, after I told him the news about the car, you know, because I was at his house when I got the phone call. So I tell him what all was told to me and everything like that. And I said, yeah, I said, well, one thing about it, I said, that'll give me something to talk about on YouTube tonight. I said, I guess I'll let my YouTube family, you know what's going on and stuff. He said, yeah, he says, get on there and tell him, he says, get on there and tell him, say, boys, she has let me down, so I'm going to have to send her on to hospice because she has laid down on me, and I'm going to have to go get a new one. A new one of her. I said, David, I can't tell that. I said, some people might take that wrong. I said, but I might tell it anyway. So I told it. So now y'all know what he said to me. Because he's like y'all. He can come up with some of the craziest stuff to say. And I wished he'd get on YouTube. He'd probably have a hoot with all of us. But he's like, you know, other people that I know, you know, that, you know, they can't type real fast. And it's hard for them to type. And he's one that, you know, he can't type fast enough to get out what he's wanting to say. And I understand that. I completely understand that, and there's nothing wrong with it either. But he is one of, like all y'all in here, where he can come up with some of the craziest stuff to say that's just funny, but clean. You know, it might mean a little bit of dirtiness to it, but it's told in a clean way. And Bill and Barb's laughing, and Diamondback says, another good one, Blaine. And Blaine says, my wife saw something and asked if I had candy cane since it was Christmas. If I had a candy cane since it was Christmas. I said, no, I'm just excited to see you. And I saw that too, Blaine. I saw that one too. And Charlie says, is that your pickup truck, Jeff? That's nice to have. What kind of? It's a 2000 Silverado, Charlie. That's what I'm in right now. It was my dad's truck. Well, mom and dad's. They bought it brand new, and of course I've got it now. And of course it's not brand new no more. It's got 202,000 on it. And David says, I started out with only 3, talking about his subs, I think. And then Charlie's saying hey to everybody. And then Dennis says, you think I got off, but I was just watching. Now kiss my ass on the typing side. I was wondering if you're still in here or if you'd fell asleep. Because you got your belly full. I was waiting on Dennis to hopefully comment, because I knew he'd catch that. Hey, you heard me. Hey, Dennis, you heard me say though that there's nothing wrong with having to type slow, because I have told you and got on to you about getting on there and comment. I said, hell, even if it takes you a while to type it out, type it out. I said, chat with us, even if it takes you a while. I mean, you know, other than me, everybody else that goes live will know what you're talking about. Me, I have to think about it when it's comments that are later, you know, but that's because of how I am. I'm slow. I can't multitask. I have to, you know, it's like when William was talking about the how to make bacon burgers. You know, hell, that took a whole 30 seconds to finally register in my head, hey, he's talking about that thing he sent you. Oh, Lordy. Let's see, what's Dennis saying now? Charlie says, that's a good truck. And then Dry Creek's laughing at Dennis. And then Teleco says to David, I just went and subscribed to your channel. So there you go, David. Now you're down to 8 more. All you need is 8 more. Bill and Barb saying hi to Dennis. Wanting to know if you got, I'll let him, Dennis, if you want to answer Bill and Barb's, or do you want me to tell it? It don't matter to me, because I know. But I'll let you tell it. You know, they're asking about your other knee there. David says, thank you for subscribing. Talking to Teleco Toys. And then Dennis says, yeah, trying to make up now. Oh, Dennis. And then Blaine says, my friend's wife asked him the other night, you know what you and a small Christmas tree has in common? Even the small one gives you satisfaction. Blaine! Dennis says, I get the other knee done next week, Bill and Barb. So yeah, he gets his other one done next week, and then he's gonna be down for the count for a while. And I mean, I hate that for him, but I know he's, you know, where his other one is like way better and back to like brand new and all that stuff. He's kind of, he's gonna hate having to go through the misery again for a little while. But other than that, he knows after that's over with, though, he's gonna be back brand new. And he even told me he's gonna hit it hard next year. He says, boys, I'm gonna go and just whatever. And if I see anybody, I see anybody. If I don't, I don't. But I'm gonna go. I said, I don't blame you one bit, brother, because he's hadn't got to do nothing since spring of last year. You know, he bless his heart. So I don't blame him for it. And then Leslie's laughing at Blaine's joke, and then Blaine says prayers for that, Dennis. And then says they say size matters, but you eventually hit a wall, so that's not true. Okay, I'll behave now. Hey, Blaine, you don't have to worry about behaving in here. That's what we like. Hell, keep it rolling. Virginia says he'll hurt for Christmas. Yeah, it's not going to be fun for him, but I mean, it's how they scheduled it, and there wasn't really nothing he could do a whole lot about it. And of course, he wants it over with and done sooner than later. Bill and Barb says, oh nice, we will be praying. Barb had her second knee last November, all brand new. You're in the Bionic Society now. And Blaine says, I was thinking that as well, Virginia. And Blaine says, but Dennis will be able to run a marathon soon. That's right, and he's definitely going to do that. Dry Creek says, Robin Denise says, we realize that size does matter. Well, on the beard balm labels anyway. Why? Who is complaining about the size of the labels now, Dry Creek? I hadn't heard nothing on that. Lord have mercy. Who the hell would complain about the size of a label on something? That don't make no sense to me. Dennis says, thanks for all the prayers. I really appreciate that. And right quick, while y'all are all in here too, my buddy David, the one that lost his wife, last week, or week before, I mean, he told me to thank all you guys for all the kind words and all the prayers, because I relayed the messages to him, and he wanted me to thank all y'all in here tonight for, like I say, for all the prayers and the kind words that were said and told. And I told him that I'd let y'all know tonight, so I wanted to make sure that I told that right quick before I got off, that he appreciates all that. Dry Creek says, no one, they didn't look quite right, so we went bigger. Okay, so it was y'all's opinion where y'all didn't like the looks of the label. So that makes sense to me, and I can understand that. Yeah, because if you're the one that's selling the product and then you're having to buy stuff for that product from other people and they're not getting it the way you want it, heck yeah, I'd be raising ruckus too and getting it fixed. And so that's what y'all are doing to make it look better. That makes sense to me. Virginia says, yes, Dennis, prayers. And Bill and Barb says, sorry for your friend David and loss of his wife. Sending big hugs and sympathies. Yeah, and that's what I say, I've been letting him know what all y'all been saying and stuff. And he had another moment today, actually, when I was with him today, but then he got back to being fine. It's just, I know it's going to take him a while, just like it does with everybody else. And of course, everybody grieves different in different ways also. I do know that, for a fact. Not everybody, grieves in the same way. But he sure does appreciate it though. And like I say, he would get on YouTube, and he has that one time. He's been in one of my lives. But I might get him to get back on now that he, give him something to do to keep his mind off stuff. I might can get him to come on a little more often now, maybe. But if not, though, that's fine also. I'm going to leave that up to him. But also, too, he likes watching Oak Island. he's a big fan of Oak Island, and that's what's on right now. And that's the other reason. That's probably the main reason why he's not really on my live shows, because he watches Oak Island on Tuesday nights, and you're not going to get him to draw away from that. And which that's not a bad thing, because that's at least giving him something to do right now. Because I guarantee you he's watching it. And it might be off by now, but he still, whatever the next show that comes on after it, I think he watches it too. Blaine says, tough, especially this time of year. There are many places at the table missing this year for many families. Yeah, you're right, Blaine. You're right. I'm one of them, you know. But I try to plug along the best I can. You know, I'll still have my moments every now and again also. Virginia says it's been 28 years since we lost a son, and it's still difficult because it was in December. And I can understand that. I've got a buddy where he lost his son. Wasn't much older than me. Actually, I got two friends that's lost their son, their youngin', at a real early age. So, I mean, I can understand every bit of this that y'all are saying. Diamondback says, prayers have enriched my life in so many ways. That's right, Diamondback. Blaine says, wow, sorry to hear that, Virginia. Yeah, because I don't know if we knew that, Virginia, that you'd lost your son around Christmas time or in December. And Angie Sue saying, sorry, Virginia. And Bill and Barb says, Jeff hugs Tootsie for us. Sorry for your loss, son, Virginia. And Blaine says, just makes heaven that much more sweeter for the ones that are ready to go. That's right, Blaine. You're right on that. Hold on a minute. I'm going to move the camera again, because I'm going to flip it around here. Because, I mean, it's, you know, it's after 9:30. But we're all right, though. She's not squirming too bad right now at the moment. Come here. Come up here where they can see you. And you can get up in my lap. Here, there you go. Here, stand right there on my knee. Or I can fix the camera again, because I had to adjust it again. This gimbal. Hold on. I'll be where y'all can see her. All right, you can sit right there. See it. Good girl. Now look up there. There you go. Now they can see you. Let's see what Dry Creek sending love to Virginia. And Fred and Connie saying sorry to hear, Virginia. Yeah, I don't think you had ever mentioned it to us, Virginia. That was all news to us there. And Teleco Toys is saying hey to you, Tootsie. And then Leslie says, drive the truck, Tootsie. She wants you to drive. Oh, thank you, David. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all y'all coming in tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed it again tonight. I try to make it as fun as possible. And at least y'all know what the bad news was. You know, and I told you it wasn't nothing to worry about. Just part of life. Things happen. You know, I hate the beach story I hate that more than I do the car story. Because I like that house. I hated that happen. I was bummed out about that. But, you know, what can you do? So hopefully well, I know we got another one. I just don't know which one yet, because I hadn't called my brother yet to find out. But hopefully, though, if it's not what we want, that the next year we find something similar to what that one was that we was in. Diamondback says, I always say this too will pass, and another day closer to the return of Jesus, the reason for the season. That's right, Diamondback. Amen. Amen. Here's your big, come here. Here's your big hug from Bill and Barb. Yeah. I know, kisses. She likes giving me kisses. Here, get up here and drive. Leslie wants you to drive. Now you can't see her. Get up here and drive. Oh, come here and drive. Put your paws up here. There you go. You gonna drive? You gonna drive now? I'm gonna drive a truck. I'm gonna drive a truck. But I guess we'll call it a night. Make sure Blaine says amen to Diamondback there. And then Tootsie says, go, Tootsie, go. But as far as I know, though, I'll be live again Tuesday night next week. The Shrine Bowl's this weekend. I thought about going live during it. It's down in South Carolina. I got that to go to Saturday. I don't know if I'll go live or not, though. Just depends, because I like watching the ball game and stuff. But that's the only thing I've got going on, other than I guess now I gotta go vehicle shopping. I gotta hunt me another vehicle down, I guess. But I'm no big hurry. I mean, like I say, you know, the Acadia, it ain't like it's laid down completely yet, but if I don't do something, eventually it's gonna lay down and just be gone for good if I don't do something soon. And I need to do something soon before it does completely lay down. So, but thank y'all for coming in. Blaine says that's about 3 hours from us. So yeah, I knew it was up the road from y'all. Yeah, you're welcome, Pam, and thank all y'all for coming in tonight and listening to all my yapping and fiascos and whatever else. But as far as I know, though, I'll be back live again next Tuesday. And you know, like I always say, though, you never know with me. You could see me between now and then. Just have to wait and see. Oh, I thank you, Dennis. You know me. I don't worry about the thumbs up. I don't worry about any of that mess. But yeah, good night, everybody. Love each and every one of y'all, and we'll see you on the next go around. Thank you, everybody. Tell them bye, Tootsie. Tootsie says bye. And I'll leave them with that shot right there. Love all y'all. Good night.